So you stood for Parliament?
Oh, yeah.
And how many votes did you get?
318.
Every one of them valued.
Yeah, and that doesn't sound like many, but it's 18 more people than the Spartans had when they saved civilization. So, you know, that's a win.
Would you get UKIP supporters coming genuinely because they think the pub landlord is a real guy?
Well, maybe. I don't know. I often get that. I often get asked that, and I honestly don't know. I can't read my audience's mind. And if they are coming for that reason, I think that's really funny. It's just another gag, you know.
But also, you welcome everybody who comes to see you, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to be casting aspersions.
No, you're not going to cast aspersions on anyone. Everyone's entitled to a laugh, aren't they?
What do you make of David? Because you're very political, and away from the jokes, you take it seriously. What do you make of David Cameron, our Prime Minister, basically skedaddling and not continuing as an MP?
It's lousy.
What about his constituents voted for him?
Well, I don't know. Maybe he wants to go home and spend time with his pets or something. I mean, I don't know.
How excited are you by the potential of President Donald Trump?
Not as excited as you are, Piers.
Yeah.
I'm excited by the phenomenon of Trump because I think he's a sort of anti-politician who's managed to crash through the American system.
But the problem with that is if he wins an election and then you end up with someone incompetent, that devalues the political system even further. And then people's faith in politicians will collapse even more because he's not going to be able to deliver. He's totally inexperienced in that arena.
How do you know? How do we know really
gibberish.
what a President Trump would deliver? I mean, he's a very successful tycoon.
Well,
he's worth about $5 billion. You don't get there by being an idiot.
Well, yeah, it was his father's money, wasn't it, Piers?
But he got given $1 million.
Well, yes.
I know people who've been given $1 million and lost it within about a week.
When are you going to turn your fantasy figure into an actual pub landlord? Have you bought a pub yet?
No, God, no.
No, why not?
No, I haven't got time. You know, I'm about to go on an enormous tour. There'd have to be a Polish relief manager. Currently, you know.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Can I just ask, I've been to see you perform, and
yes.
you always have a pint in your hand. Do you drink a lot during your act?
The stuff on stage may not necessarily be the real thing.
Haven't you given up booze or something?
Well, I have for September. There's this cancer research thing, triathlon. So I've taken the month off.
So you're the teetotal pub landlord.
Yes,
without a pub.
Yes, without a pub. I know it's an act, you see, Susanna. For God's sake.
How is it without the drink? Are you managing?
Well, I'm turning into a different person.
Are you?
Yeah, I've got ribs. You know, there's something underneath here, Piers. You know, there's a thing that...
No, listen, mate, mine are all very tense.
The meat hangs
Susanna
off.
actually popped out 2 of her ribs doing kettlebelling the other day.
Kettlebelling?
You know, where you go mad with kettlebells.
Like the handbags from hell. You ever done those in the gym? Oh, well,
no.
now you've stopped drinking, you'll be in the gym and it'll be a completely different pub landlord.
No, be reasonable.
Oh,
Is it true? I heard this about your act, which makes you different to most of the stand-ups, is that you're very topical. You're changing scripts even on the day, even on the night when you're on stage. You like to revive it constantly.
Well, yeah, and I improvise about the roughly the first 40 minutes of the show is improvised. So
I mean, that's not easy.
Well, you say that, but I don't know. I wouldn't know how to go on and do exactly the same thing every night because I'd get bored. So I've come up with a way of changing it around.
Oh, it's a great show. Al, lovely to see you.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
If you've not seen him live, it is one of the funniest
Even
live
if it
shows.
is just an act.
It is just an act. Yeah, it is.
And there's this bit at the end where I just say, ask me any question you like, and people start telling me about their parents and their family secrets. And then part of the show is about dementia as well, because my dad has dementia, so they start telling me about that. And it's sort of wonderful in a way. It's a bit group therapy. It's a little bit American at some level, but it's actually really, really nice and still funny, I think.
Talking about funny, so you've got your book